Hello and welcome to the start of the Faceoff weekend, where we will be on sprints for 48 hours straight on someone's channel. We're going to be doing 4-hour time blocks for everybody. So let us know if you are watching the playback, what you're going to be reading, what you're going to be starting out with for Face-Off weekend, or if you're just trying to still get to London or to your next spot. And let us know what team you're on. I am officially Loki. Amazon delivered. So it's official now. And we're just gonna have a party tonight. So we're gonna be on my channel for 4 hours. In the Discord, there is a playlist of all of the sprints. And I'll link it here. I'll link the next sprint as we get closer. But I am going to be, I don't know who I'm reading for yet because I haven't spun the spinner wheel. But I'm going to Lithuania and I'm reading a 2-hour audiobook called Mrs. Wickham, which is about Lydia Bennett.
I'm also going to Lithuania.
Nice.
I don't know what I'm reading for it yet because I have options.
I know I had options too, but this one, I think I saved it for Peace Talks during Ramathon and didn't get to it. So it was still in my Audible catalog. And I was like, well, okay, this works.
So pretty much 2 hours is equivalent to 100 pages, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 40 pages is 1 hour. So yeah. Roughly.
But it only has to be over 100 pages if it's pictures.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so we can kind of do any audio. Oh, this opens.
Yeah, so all of those Audible original short stories, those count because they are they're all words. The only stipulation of that more words than pictures is for if it's less than 100 pages.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that was just because a certain team was trying to cheat the system.
And no, it wasn't the manga lovers. I want that known. It was not the manga lovers.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was definitely.
Everyone's out for Team Red, and that would have just put an extra chopping block on us. So I was just going to clarify that.
No, it was definitely the blue team.
It was definitely blue. Couldn't be green.
I'm sorry, but and a readathon for adults, and we have to clarify no picture books.
Look, I understand they were
It's just really trying to play the system. It just wasn't in the spirit of the competition. So
listen, Blue doesn't understand, but if they keep this up, no graphic novels will be allowed next year. I will fight for that.
No, we are not making that rule. Anyway.
The entire red team just disappeared.
Still red falls into the sea like a broken cliff.
The manga and graphic novels.
No, but here's what I would like to have known is that even though the red team is known as the manga team and that's what's helping allegedly, allegedly, that doesn't mean that only the red team can read the manga. If everyone is understanding and realizing that manga works, maybe we should all pick up manga.
Literally, I went to the library today. I told Blue Team, I was like, I'm stocking up. I have a stack of manga in there the size of...
Look, everyone's
prepared.
I'm ready.
We are prepared here.
To be fair, this is all actually just graphic novels.
See,
I don't know. These might be considered, they're not Japanese, but they're also not really graphic novels either. They're French. So, but still, I am prepared.
I'm just trying to.
The thing I struggled with was a lot of the graphic novels on Libby didn't have how many pages they were. So I was like, this looks like a good option, but I can't actually calculate how many pages it is.
Could you look it up on Goodreads?
Yeah, I probably could.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's a kid's graphic novel, so I don't trust that it's an option. A lot of the graphic novels that are non-manga are in the junior fiction category on my library,
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, I'm not going to cross that line. I was like, I'll stick with the physical mangas that I have.
I know for sure what I told Purple Team was which graphic novels are usually between 200 and 300 pages, and they legit are very colorful covers, so they work great for this weekend.
Oh, there you go.
So
There you go. All right,
I have a
we're gonna
bunch
do like
of
a
graphic novels
snake.
and novellas.
We're gonna do like a snake on like that's gonna be our order of things. So Cal's gonna start.
Oh, well,
This
hi.
is what happens when you share a StreamYard with me.
Yeah, I get put up here, don't I?
Yeah.
Hey, well, I am still trying to get to Young London.
Listen, I literally got there at 4:00 this afternoon.
I'm so close to being done, and I should have been done, but I did fall asleep immediately before this sprint and leave my dog out in the rain. I'm reading Radiant Sin by Katie Robert, and I'm not liking it. I am thinking it's the worst one.
It is the worst one.
It's so not Cassandra and Apollo that I'm just reading about two businessmen strangers. Like, I don't like it. I'm unhappy.
It's the worst one. It's good in the sense of like the macro plot explodes quite a bit.
Yeah, like it's connecting threads all across.
And it's like it's definitely making it more of this like political thing, but like it is the worst one.
I was like, I don't give a fuck about these people, and Cassandra's story in Greek mythology is one of my favorites, so I hate this. But anyways, that's why I'm not in London yet, because my plane was slowed down by bad characters.
You have the audiobook, right?
I do.
You had the asshole on the plane that decided to like cause a scene and mean that the landing couldn't happen. Like,
yeah, we had to stop in Reykjavik.
You had the guy that was like, I'm not wearing a mask. And they're like, we're not taking off until you put on a mask.
That's what's happening right now. Yeah. So I'll be there by the end of this session, but that's
There you go. How much longer do you have of the audiobook?
An hour and 9 minutes at 2.5 speed.
Okay.
So
yeah, I think that one I had to speed up to 3 times speed. Yeah. Like I ended up liking it in the end, but more for the politics than the romance. Like I actually couldn't tell you about the romance.
I don't care about anything if I don't like the characters. It's a problem. I don't. It could be the best story in the world. I'm like, who are these people? I don't know.
Yeah. Crystal, where are you going?
So I'm going to Romania, and I'm reading Yashahimi.
Nice.
Princess Half Demon is the second thing. And yeah, I've made it to London. I've made it to London at 9:30 this morning.
Nice.
Well, sorry, for people, that's half an hour ago for people that are not in the future like me.
Yeah, Crystal's already into Saturday. Which actually, like, it's great for you because then you're gonna have almost have a head start because you'll have more of a day.
Yeah, but then I also won't be able to participate for Monday because I will sleep and then have to go to work. In saying that, if I have some audiobooks piled up, I'll be able to listen on my drive to work because that's a 2-hour drive. So hopefully I can get at least one more book in on the Monday before the 10 a.m. close off. Yeah.
Traveling by TARDIS, yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I am going to Germany, and I'm reading The House Next Door. Creep Over, book number 16. I've actually read 15 of these things. I'm surprised.
Are they not good?
Some are really good and some are not. They're not connected stories, but they all involve like a creepy sleepover.
Oh.
So some are like real creepy and some are just like, wow, I can't believe I spent my time reading that.
I mean, fortunately they're small, so it's like you spent an hour.
And I keep them. I usually have like 4 or 5 on my shelves just for readathons and things. Just whenever I read 3 or 4, I buy 3 or 4 more. I'm also in London, but I actually DNF'd my London book. Like I read it to 50% and then logged it and moved on with my life. But then read a whole other book. I did a sightseeing book as well and finished that at about 4 hours ago.
That works.
Damn.
There you go. Very nice.
I'm going to Hungary, and I'm going to be rereading Heartstopper Volume 1. Ooh, good choice.
I'm definitely going to try to get those in some point this weekend.
Yeah, this is my goal for the weekend, is to get through this so that I can live my Heartstopper life. So.
There you go.
We're not.
I'm wearing green.
Do you see the black on my shirt? Great.
I just wanted to wear my cool Critical Role shirt, guys. That's all.
Yeah, mine literally just says positive mode. I was just super stoked for.
This is a new shirt I'd never wore before.
And it's super cute.
It's so cute.
Shay is one of the hosts for Red Team, and she's going to Germany. Nice. Margaret, you're up.
I am. So I'm reading for Lithuania, and I have two options. I'm not sure which one I want to do. I have Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Volume 1. I also have one of the books that I've been looking forward to the most, which is the first in the American Hippo novella duology, which is River of Teeth. You can't see it very well on stream, but there is red on the page because there's blood in the water.
You said that was the hippo one?
This is the American Hippo duology.
Oh, I've heard interesting things
about that.
I have heard I have, yes.
But I've also read 2 things by Sarah Gailey and gave them both 2 stars.
That's unfortunate.
I would go for the one that you're most excited for, which sounds like the hippo one.
It is the hippo one.
You should read that one.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because there will be other spins that have red on them that you're more likely to get as well. So I think you'll be right to get the other one in as well.
Yeah.
I mean, most of my books that have red on them also have green and yellow. So, like, we're good there.
Literally every single spin I have has had a flag that has red in it, and I have hardly any short stories with red on the cover, and I'm fucked. So annoying.
You get a Sharpie and you just start coloring.
Yes,
start coloring.
Mine all have
to
red.
be honest, if I get one, I might use like the Netflix sticker that's on Heartstopper.
Oh,
Hey,
actually, I wanted to ask
that's
this
fair.
because I had someone ask me, can you use the Audible only yellow
Yes,
stat?
I am.
Oh my god, that opens so many options.
Oh, I am.
I feel like if we can use the barcode, we can use that.
White and black.
Because this
So
one,
I might
I'm
have to
using
use
this
the
purely because it's
barcode.
got a red dot. Like there is a dot, and that's the only red on it. And I'm like, okay, it counts.
There's one that's like a red and blue cover that I have that has literally no white on it, but I was like, if I get that for like France or whatever, I'm using the barcode. That
Oh,
owns that cover.
You
Glad to know we're
literally
taking
said in the
creative
video it
liberties.
had to have a speck of the color. If someone finds a speck, that's fine.
Well,
I just weren't sure if we were including like labels of like Audible only.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely doing that for my current book because I couldn't find any yellow on it.
That opens so many options. I'm excited.
Well, we were counting the faces on the back for like other books for like multiple people on there. So why not count the barcode? It fits.
Right?
It fits.
Listening to Alien Smut at 8 a.m. was not a 2023 reading goal.
I mean,
Why
To be
not?
fair, the entire collection is considered a host favorite because I put the first one as mine. So it is a good option to get some really, and they're really short. So not only are you going to get bonus points, but you're also going to get GRC. Just saying.
Yep. Zoe, where are you going? What are you doing?
Well, I just landed in London earlier this afternoon.
Oh, we must have been on the same flight.
Say again.
We must have been on the same flight.
I think so. And I did some sightseeing when I got there. But now I'm headed off to France, and I'm starting with the best option possible, the first Junie B. Jones book.
Love that.
hell yeah.
67 pages, and there's only like 10 pictures. So it counts. And I've
Yeah.
got a
I
whole
literally
stack.
have the babysitters lined up for that too.
I love
Like
this.
the babysitters club, I'm like, yes.
It's funny because for any of us that do wrap up, like actual wrap ups, this is going to like just throw a wrench into everything.
People are gonna be like, "You read what?"
I'm just gonna be like, and this is what I read during Faceoff. If you'd like more information, see vlog attached.
Right?
Like,
You're gonna like, I read 10 books throughout the month, and then I read 20 in one weekend.
And they may or may not appeal to some children.
It might be very much middle grade books.
We've got early years chapter books here, and then we're moving on to Animorphs because
Ooh.
why not?
I imagine that
Absolutely.
it's not actually coffee, but rather chai.
It is a chai latte. Yeah, I answer that later.
Mine's coffee.
Brittany's is coffee. Zoe doesn't like coffee.
So I didn't plan. I'm doing my no coffee week for my ping pong
Oh, no.
TDR thing. And I stupidly put it as this week because I was like, I don't want to do no coffee week for my birthday week.
Right.
But then I realized it goes into Faceoff week, and it was the stupidest decision I've ever done because now I've got to do the full 48
Can you do it after your birthday?
I've already started. I started on Monday. So I could,
you're
unless
almost
I
done.
Yeah.
I'm almost done, but I have like
Okay,
today and
but-
tomorrow.
But chai is not coffee.
Yes.
Get yourself
But
some black
also-
tea.
This was
Yeah,
actually a good week.
I've been like smashing the teas all week.
Yeah. And this is a good week to do it because honestly, like after our birthday, that's when pumpkin spice season starts. And you don't want to miss that.
To be fair, I miss it anyway because no one in Australia gets on that bandwagon, unfortunately.
Really? You
Yeah.
can't even find like the creamer in the grocery stores?
But I can't get any creamer in Australia. Creamer does not exist in Australia. I've literally asked all of my American friends to try and send me coffee creamer because I cannot get it in Australia.
What
I make my own creamer.
What about like pumpkin pie like extract or like the flavoring that you could put in your own half and half?
Doesn't exist in Australia.
Gosh.
We don't even
Somebody
have pumpkin pie in a
put
tin. We have to make our own pumpkin puree when we make pumpkin pies.
What the hell is going on in Australia?
I guess
Everything's trying to kill you.
Why do you hate happiness, Australia?
I'm so concerned for you.
I make my
No.
own. I make my own coffee creamer, so maybe I can puree some pumpkin and put it in my, or maybe some pumpkin spice. I might be able to make.
No, you want the
put in
pumpkin
my-
spice if you're trying to make the creamer because it's not actually the pumpkin; it's the pumpkin spice, or the pumpkin
Yeah.
pie spice that you want, and that you actually could probably get someone to send you from the States.
That has
Because
no
that would-
pumpkin in it at
I
all.
think I can
No, it
order
doesn't
that
have
from
any pumpkin.
Amazon.
That's what makes the pumpkin spice latte the pumpkin spice latte. I am assuming.
Okay. I will get on that.
Just the fact that there's no pumpkin anywhere for anything, like that's just
Oh,
when
there
you
is.
don't- No, but
But
like
not-
the
not
puree
pre-made.
and everything. You
Not
gotta do
the
all the
fake
extra
pumpkin.
work. This is when you follow the kangaroo into the body of water because what do you have to live for if you're not getting pumpkin spice? Okay, just take me with you.
Wow.
We have other good things down here, like Tim Tams. All right, I'll take Tim Tams.
Oh, we
And
have
if
Tim
you haven't
Tams
tried
in
it, you don't
Canada.
understand.
Canada.
We have Tim
Yeah.
Tams here.
We
What
do.
the hell are Tim Tams?
Tim
Do you guys
Tams
have
are
Tim
just
Tams in Canada? That must
Yeah.
be new. That must be new. As in, like the chocolate biscuit Tim Tams.
yeah, because I think it's like a
Corners and
Commonwealth
stuff to help
thing, you
through.
know.
Yes, we have that.
We have it in
Well,
the States too.
I would
It
love
is
to
an-
do
it's
an
that
Australian
one
thing, though.
day as like a
Australian
cultural
thing.
food day.
I can get it.
I'm going to delete. I have to take another one. Okay, I got bored of the original book. I started a new one.
I kid you not. I finished my book at 7 o'clock.
Wow, nice.
Which was an hour ago for those of you who are either in the past or in the future.
Yeah.
I finished my London sightseeing book at 7:59.
Beautiful.
And then literally right when I opened the link to jump on here, I had just finished. I came downstairs right after. And I'm like, I'm gonna be late. This is gonna be awful.
Yes, you can.
As
I
your
believe you.
co-captain, did you log it?
I'm going to in a
Go-
hot
go-
second.
go-
Once the
Go
first
do
sprint
that
starts.
now.
I'm not gonna drop a new prompt right now.
She's low-key,
so
but she's
rude.
not that crazy.
Like that's too chaotic even for me.
See, how do we know that this isn't misleading? We can't trust anything.
Here's what I assumed was that the final London would be finalized by the time the live show went live, and then we would have to worry about the new prompt sometime Sunday, Monday. That was you're telling me I didn't have to have my London book submitted by now? Yeah, I don't trust you.
I
shady.
didn't.
That
I
little
wanted
slug
to
is
get it done
shady.
before face off because I don't trust Bree at all.
No,
Exactly.
Don't trust her. You're giving me trust issues, Brianna.
Sorry. Yes, I do think you can make it, especially if instead of working on like the short face-off books, if you wanted to work on like getting yourself to London, that is an option for this weekend.
Or, yeah, never mind. I'm not going to do an or. That'll just confuse people.
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
gonna say-
There's several people that started late, so you're definitely not
Absolutely.
alone. Still in Mexico. Yep. There's so many comments. I am going through them so fast. Hello. What book did you DNF, Jess?
Oh, The Black Swan by Mercedes Lackey. Not good.
Not good. Green Machine.
The hero sexually assaults people.
Oh, that's lovely.
But I was at like 42% when that happened, and I was like, I'm just going to read this next 8% so I can count this book instead of yeeting it into the atmosphere. Okay.
Yeah. Then you yeeted it into
right. I got to 50% and then yeeted it into the atmosphere and was like, okay.
There's no coming back from that. There's no justifying that no matter what you do in the next 50% of the book.
Yeah.
Reviews say that he's very redeemable.
There's no redeeming that.
I love that author. She's had some fantastic books that I've read, like whole trilogies that I've loved. But that made me question a lot of things about myself. So I was like, I just need to put this down and move on with my life.
Smart choice.
Neva will be here later, but she accidentally double booked herself and is on other sprints.
Rude.
I know.
What a loser.
Eva, it is 2:00 in the morning for her. So like
That's fair.
Dedication. Come on, wake up.
That's what I told her. I was like, drink coffee. Okay.
To be fair, I'm planning on setting up a
American
mattress
Hippo.
in this room, just being here all night. You guys are just gonna watch me sleep.
It's fine. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to be on everybody's sprints because that's like 48 hours and I have to sleep at some point. But like, I'm gonna try to do as much as I can.
As the embodiment of Loki, I don't think you need sleep. So
unfortunately, my old woman body does actually need sleep.
Bree trying to go to work Monday after being up all weekend.
There's a reason it ends at 6:00.
I have to drive 2 hours on Monday. This is going to be terrible.
My first one for France is a small dot of blue, and I'm counting it. All I said is it needed a speck.
That's where you like pick up a book and you're like, look, it has a pixel somewhere. You just can't see it with the naked eye.
You just can't see it with your naked eye.
I need someone to have a magnifying glass
that is
now.
visible by the human eye.
Don't sleep much at night. Yeah. See, also like Neva is a night owl, so like she's doing the next set of sprints, and then I don't know who's next.
I think Victoria is next.
Victoria, who's in England, but then like I know Becca is doing like middle of the night sprints, and she's in Texas. So I'm like, what are you doing choosing the 2:00 sprints?
Young.
Right.
That's what.
Yeah.
She's not old like us.
She's not old like us. In Romania, reading piece by piece. Not super short, but I should be able to knock it out pretty quickly. Nice. In London, reading the Santa suit for Faceoff. Just realized I've been collecting American Girl books, the original historical ones, and I could read a bunch of those this weekend.
Oh.
There's an option.
So
No,
also fall under the more text and
someone send Crystal some pumpkin syrup.
I will not go to waste, and I will send a huge thanks to whoever it is. Should I just put them on my wish list?
Yes.
Wait, can you? Like, can you get them from Amazon?
Yeah, I think so. I will look. Hold on.
Yeah, put them on your wish list.
Happy birthday to me. Have some life that is outside Australia.
Some creamer.
Watch, you'll end up getting like 10 bottles.
I'm so surprised because you guys have Starbucks there, right?
Yes. So, but my closest Starbucks is 2.5 hours from me.
That's so sad.
Like there is like one in every major city, and that's it. Like they're not everywhere like in America.
Oh, it's like the American Midwest.
Interesting.
It really is.
Wow.
We have that here.
Okay, this is gonna make you so sad. So pumpkin spice latte syrup is $30.99.
For how many ounces?
Just the syrup.
Yeah, but the syrup you won't need very much of.
5.4 ounces. Is that
That's
a
a
lot?
Oh, yeah, that would be like
That's a big bottle.
Okay, do they not have small bottles?
This cup that is the size of my head is 30 ounces.
So because the
And you only will use like a tiny little pump.
Like one little bit.
syrups are expensive because they're concentrated.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's part of why it is the price that it is, plus
That's
probably
true.
some markup and stuff.
But also Australian currency compared to US currency. Because everything in Canada is bumped up a ridiculous amount.
Right.
Because the Canadian dollar is complete dog shit. So
it is true. I
How
do.
much it is US?
The amount of Loki energy in the red team chat that I bring, it's not just them. They're usually the ones giving me the ideas.
Oh yeah, that's not an unreasonable price in American dollars. It's $14, $15.
Yeah, I just didn't know how much that was in ounces because we used mils or grams. So I was like, I don't know what ounces is.
I just
24
looked
seems
up
like
one,
nothing.
I just looked up one on Amazon Canada, and for a liter, it's $32.97.
That's about the same.
Yeah.
33.8 ounces.
Yeah.
So a liter bottle is $33 Canadian.
Yeah, and
that's like the same size as the like the Starbucks, like the
those are 1 liter bottles because I remember when I worked there contemplating stealing all of the toffee nut ones. But
you don't steal, you just hide one until after the special is over.
For legal reasons, I cannot say that I did not that I did that with some of the mugs or whatever, but I'm not not saying.
I got an entire Keurig when I worked there because we did the Keurig sampling when they first came out with the K-Cups, and then we were cleaning out the back and they were like, "Oh, we don't need this anymore," and I was like, "I'll take it." Still works.
Yeah, that's
food at the end of every shift. Oh, I'm gonna toss it.
Okay.
I imagine that's not too far off what they would be paying for that bottle. And probably some markup, but what they would be paying at the stores.
Right. I do apologize. I am not prepared, and I did not get a timer. It's fine.
That's fine. You were expecting there to be a timer ready. Oh,
I just didn't even pull anything up. It's we did nothing of brilliant. All right. Well, we are gonna do a 45-minute timer. Where did it go? There it is. I found it. Yeah, when I worked at Dunkin', I had so many cups. Australians just don't do flavored coffee. That's just sad.
We really don't. Literally, when you go into a coffee shop, you have lattes, cappuccinos, mochas, which has a little bit of chocolate in it, or you can do a caramel or a vanilla latte, and they'll just put a pump of caramel or a pump of vanilla. That's it. We have nothing.
I'm kind of with the Australians on this one. I could have a sugary drink like that, maybe once a month, but most of the time, if I'm gonna have coffee, I just want it to be black.
You can get from McDonald's or Hungry Jack's, the fast food places. You can get the crazy whipped coffees.
Yeah.
That they sometimes do flavored, but it's still similar. It's usually caramel, vanilla. Sometimes you might get I don't know. No, it's pretty much just caramel or vanilla. Sometimes they'll do chai, but they'll like a dirty chai where they'll do chai and coffee together.
Yeah.
But that.
I mean, my daily routine is a vanilla iced coffee, but
yeah,
I don't drink hot coffee. I only drink cold coffee.
Honestly, the reason that they have so many flavors is so that people will come in and try new drinks there and spend more money with them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I can't be mad at that.
By the way, is she really loud, or is it just me hearing her that's really loud?
No, I can really hear.
Okay, cool. She's playing with magnets on my book cart, and she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry if people can hear that in the background.
So cute. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and start with a 45-minute sprint. This one? No, that one. There we go. There's a lot of us. I think this is going to be the best way to do this one. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, well then we will see you all in 45 minutes.
boarding flight ANZ 500 to London.
Hello, welcome back. I did not do as much in that because I had to start the vlog. But I am reading my first book for the red team.
Ooh.
Boo.
Sorry. We did gain a Bethany.
Hi.
How did you guys do this right?
Well, my son came home, so I'm pretty happy about that. Porto, come here. Porto, come here.
Where was he?
He was away with Emma. Now he's back. Okay. And I read some of that shitty book.
I read 80 pages.
Nice. In 45 minutes? That's impressive.
I mean, it's a kid's book, so.
That's fair. That's fair. Also, I would like to point out that during that sprint, we had over 40 submissions.
Jesus.
Most of them were purple team.
All of the teams are represented they are on the board. But in 45 minutes, we read 40 books.
It's gonna be a lot.
It is so much.
It's gonna be so many.
We got some people in here immersion reading manga, apparently.
Nice.
That would actually be kind of fun.
Brittany, how did you do?
I finished Heartstopper. So I was one of those submissions.
Are you one of these?
I was. So I spun again, and I got Lithuania this time. So I think I'm going to read The Prince and the Troll.
Nice. Cool.
Nice.
You're gonna follow me around.
Yep. I'm going to join you.
Okay, cool. I might be gone by the time you get here.
That's fair.
Potential. I got 50 pages of The River of Teeth.
Wow, nice. Are you doing that on audio or physically reading?
Oh, I'm doing it on audio.
Okay.
If it is a novella, we're doing it on audio. If we're reading physically, it's going to be a manga.
Fair.
So.
Fair. Zoe, how did you do?
Well, while everyone else was saying their books, I finished my fourth one.
Nice.
These take me 10 minutes to read. So Purple Team is out here killing it. Judy B. Jones for the win.
Absolutely. We love that.
Amazing.
How are there already 4 views on your timer?
One of them has to be me. At least one of them is me.
Okay.
Because I went in to double check like the timestamps had gone in properly.
Gotcha. I was like, people are really out here looking for Easter eggs.
Yeah, there are no Easter eggs in this one. I was too broken from having to redo the London one.
Fair. That's fair. Bethany, how did you do in this sprint? Or did you?
I mean, I was just here for a few minutes, but I started reading LaGuardia by Nettie Carafor. So I'm on my way to Portugal.
Nice.
I've heard good things about that one.
She's always inventive.
I don't know.
We're
Coincidence?
not.
It's coincidence.
Literally, look at Brianna. We're not all wearing yellow. That's ridiculous.
I mean,
I am
one of
Loki.
those days.
Okay, I am officially Loki.
I'm gonna gaslight gatekeep girl boss and say it's all in your head.
What is yellow?
Really?
Anyway?
I think people are reading too much into it. Like this is it just happened.
Maybe.
We
It's
just all
actually the shirt that I live in.
There's something in the background of my video right now that would tell you that answer.
Genuinely live in this shirt though. It says so many books, so little time. So
I also live in this shirt right now.
That's the whole point of the weekend.
I know. I was like, wait. I feel like that's like on brand for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
that's
This
the
is
brand
what
all the
I
time when your
think
physical TBR is 200 books long.
Same. An hour and 23 minutes left of the Disaster Tourist. I've stopped at such a cliffhanger. Oh no. Yes. Yellow represent, but that seems redundant.
Never redundant. Goes in yellow.
26%. I know Victoria has, but I think she gave it 4 stars. It's on my cart. I just haven't read it yet. I am going through the hellos very quickly. Do you have to spend every time you finish a book, or can you just read for your one country? No, you spend every time you finish a book. Hello.
I love that you
already answered it.
The dog's having the best time of their life right now.
Is that what that noise is?
Oh, can you hear that? I'm so sorry. That is the sound of 3 golden retrievers chewing beef knuckles on hardwood floor.
I was like, is somebody knocking on the door?
I know. I was like,
what is that noise?
See, I put the pieces together from the message that Cal sent.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a very peaceful household when there's 3 young animals, and you're like, here's corpses, go off. But yeah.
Yes. I've heard good things about this book. 50% through my France read. 9. Oh, summer colds are the worst. Loki got yellow. No, this is green. This is green and gold. There is no yellow on this shirt. Started 13 by Kate Alice Marshall. Middle grade up to 27%. Nice. Reading
That
Nick
series
Carly.
is fantastic.
Only 20 pages in, but so it's short, so probably we'll finish it in the next sprint. On your way to Romania. Nice. So I'm saying all this yellow clothing is foreshadowing yellow for the win.
Yeah, you wish.
Secretly, we're all on female.
Maybe.
No, the foreshadowing for the win is the only thing that is fully represented currently is purple.
True.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all here.
Yellow, we're the little team that could, y'all.
That's true. Yellow is so small.
Yeah, we are. We're
you are officially the baby team.
Everyone's a baby compared to the mammoth that is the blue
The
team.
monster that is blue.
Yeah.
Y'all are also the only.
You know, you all are really sizist, and
I'm just saying sizes and everything.
like, please,
Not.
very
All
rude.
sizes matter.
It's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. Any minors in the chat, you did not hear that.
They don't know what that means.
Better not. I'll call your mother.
I just want to thank all of us for supporting the yellow team in these difficult times. 28% of the way through my London book.
Love it.
Oh, that does not sound peaceful.
No.
Team Purple for the win. Reading Heartstopper Volume 3 for Germany. Nice. I feel like Volume 3 is a good one for this traveling one because that's the one where they travel. But see you later. We'll be here for 46 and a half more hours.
When you say it like that, it just sounds so long.
It is.
I started my vlog and I was like, oh my God, this is so long.
Now you guys know how
I'm
I
just
feel on
thinking-
write-a-thon weekends.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, how long my mid-month wrap-up is going to take to film.
This is why I'm vlogging.
I feel like, Bethany, you just need to do a separate wrap-up for Faceoff.
Yeah.
Knowing how
I mean, it's already, it was already a lot before Faceoff even started. So just because of the
I was going to say, how many
readathon,
books have you read? Because you always read a ton.
Okay, I'll tell you. Hold on, let me look at my spreadsheet.
I'm going to answer this
He's
question.
like, hold on, I gotta open my 16 spreadsheet so I can count them all.
Does the font color of the title author play a factor into what books we can choose? Yes. Anything
Absolutely.
that's on the book. I'm
If
talking
it's on the
barcode, Netflix sticker,
Award stickers.
award stickers.
If
it
you're
is
reading
on
kids'
the
books,
front or back cover or the spine,
Scholastic,
It counts.
the red Scholastic one.
the red Scholastic.
Mhm.
It
The
counts.
Audible original little banner, and then yep, it all counts.
This is the time.
The answer is
secret
19. I've read 19 books so far this
Wow.
month.
Jesus.
So,
Next year.
I mean, that's high even
I feel
for
like
me.
then this is
Like,
appropriate right here.
I'm
Yeah.
trying.
Bethany's
Like
I
normally
just
by
feel
now
like
I would have
I'm
like normally it would be like 12.
Mhm.
So
not that much different than 19, Bethany.
I mean,
Right, but by
it's
the end of
different.
Face-Off,
Yeah, by the end
and
of
you're
Face
gonna
Off,
have to like film it in the middle of the week. Like
it's gonna be exciting.
your
Sorry.
spooky ring light is definitely gonna make an appearance for that one.
Yeah, it will. How many batteries will I go through on my camera before I finish filming?
That's okay. I got a because like my vlog for week 1 was 59 minutes, and I didn't delete any of my footage yet, and so I'm like starting my vlog, and it's like card full. I'm like, dang it!
Why do you think I have 7 memory cards at this point? That's
I have 2. It was not fun.
I remember a few weeks ago, my lights kept going in and out, and I was like, did the ghost from Bethany's ring light come to my house?
Oh,
What's
no.
going on?
Mine did the same thing. It was flickering like enough that you could like it wasn't changing the color, but it was like flickering on it like kind of in intensity. It turned out I yanked the cord out, and as soon as I shoved the cord back up so that everything was connected, everyone was happy.
Yeah.
That's okay. My mic just decided to stop working. Oh, hey, look, we have a
Great.
Schmidt.
Well, I finally figured out I think it's related to heat. So when I started storing it somewhere cooler, it only acts up in the summertime now.
Oh, God.
So I think it's like heat related.
So you have to like film early in the morning.
I mean, whatever. It is what it is. It's a thing.
Goldilocks effect. Blue is too big. Yellow is too small. Everyone else is just right. This is from a yellow. Listen, all I'm gonna say is that the points have like been so close that it swaps literally like from sprint to sprint.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Didn't read, had some cleaning to do, and ate dinner. Nice. Boats aren't minor approved topics.
We're gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, we're not explaining that.
Daisy hates is so good, flying through it. Nice. You have to dream big to win big.
Go big or go home. We're already home, so only got one off.
My son refused to go to bed. Oh no! Doesn't he know you have to read?
Oh,
I feel that in my soul.
Like I got things to do. Go to sleep.
Right.
I fobbed the kids off on my husband. I'm like, I have Judy B. Jones books to read. Leave me alone.
Yeah, mine are asleep. They're
Anthony has assignments due, so I have to be like, well, your assignments are technically more important than my reading, but like, are they?
Honestly, such a mood. I usually have a baby
Technically
waiting.
not due until the 12th of September. I mean, come on.
you've got time.
I can neither confirm nor deny any of this.
I
Still over here in Mexico. You got this, Carly. Bethany is single-handedly giving Danielle a fighting chance against the life.
We've got a great team. There's a lot of contributions for me.
It's really more about how many people in your team are active more than it is about how big your team is, to be honest.
Yeah,
It really
That's
is.
how
because
big it is,
it's
how you
all
use it.
averaged. Like it's all the numbers are averaged. So.
And how many of your people in your team realize that when we move on to the next city, we put the sightseeing books down?
Yes.
We really struggle with that.
We do, and I get it.
So do we. So do we.
So much fun being tourists, okay?
It's not the point of the game.
Purple Team has
Amazing
forgotten
race.
that the word race
It's a
exists.
race.
It's a journey for some people.
And for other people, they lost their luggage and all of their money, and they're like, I guess we're just stuck in this city for the rest of forever.
Hey, like, for real though, that happened to my in-laws when they went to Alaska. They were going to a cruise. Luggage was lost for like 3 or 4 days. going from southwestern Ontario to Alaska, and they had their Hawaii stuff on their carry-ons. No jackets, nothing. Most of the crews actually had their luggage lost. So that's what's happening with the purple team. We just no luggage, nothing.
I lost where it was. We can only choose a book with the colors on the flag. Yeah, but only like it literally had like a speck of
It has to have all of the colors, but you do not have to only have those colors.
Or a majority. Doesn't have to be a majority either.
Like if you have a speck of blue, it counts if you're looking for a flag that has blue.
If you have any questions about what counts and what doesn't count, there it is like expressly stated in the Face-Off Weekend FAQ. There's two FAQ documents. There's one for the regular, and then there's one for the Face-Off. There's lots of information in there about what counts, what doesn't count, how to operate the spinnery thing, all of that.
Jess has been the FAQ wizard this month, and we thank her for it.
I am a wizard, so.
I guarantee you 90% of the questions we've already answered. So they've got to be in that FAQ.
Probably.
For sure.
Bethany's mid-month and end-of-month wrap-ups are going to give Oppenheimer a run for his money. And like, that movie was way too long. That's the movie we went and saw last weekend.
I hope not.
It was so long. Like we got to what we thought was the end of the movie, and then like it went on for another hour.
Oh geez.
It was like, why? Why?
See, now's the time to add a lot of pink books in, so you can have a true Barbenheimer wrap up.
Experience.
That's true.
But she's on the yellow team.
I have a couple pink books, but
Settle down with the yellow books. We'll do the pink ones now. So,
I've read 14 books already, so trying to do 31 books in 31 days. Nice.
Excellent.
love it.
I briefly considered that at the beginning of the month.
I mean, I'm close. I think I'm at 9 books completed.
Depending on how this weekend goes, I might be able to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'll catch up.
Yeah, the weekend could make that possible.
I know.
A lot
We
of
need one
short
more
things.
person.
Sure, Jane.
Yes. Yeah, the active group, the active teams, they are the ones thriving. That's That's how I'm gonna put that. Yes.
Around the world in 80 days.
Well, we have to see the whole world, not just one city. Not doing any sightseeing on purple. Granted, I'm also perpetually a city behind. Yeah, that's like
You're trying. That's the important part.
yeah, and like if you're waiting for the prompt to drop, sure, sightsee. But if you're less than 50% into the book, or you don't think you're gonna finish it quickly, like just move on. In September, you can do a whole vlog where you read all of the books that Amazing Readathon made you put down.
Yeah, exactly.
The Remnants.
Yes,
Like they don't stop the sightsee on that show. I've seen that. I've seen episodes of the show.
Yes.
So.
This whole month I've been needing a book with the word Earth in the title for Magical Readathon, and then I completed the illustrated edition of Book of Earthsea. There you go.
Perfect.
That was a hard prompt for the Magical Readathon. The blue team struggles with sightseeing and being stuck in previous legs. You're not the only one. Everyone's struggling.
You are not. I can say with great confidence, you are not the only team.
My parents also lost their luggage on an Alaskan cruise. Oh
Yeah,
no!
I don't know what's going on.
I am wizard. Hear me roar. This readathon has helped me not only meet my reading goal, but go beyond it. Nice. I theoretically could hit my goal this weekend.
I feel like it's been so chaotic for my plans, but really good for my TBR.
So what you're saying is at least
I feel that.
At least you're like shrink the shelf or like read your shelves.
Yeah, that's
That
going
video-
excellently. Like that's going really well.
Oh, mine's not, because most of these are library books, and I got more today.
Great.
My biggest problem is I've only gotten one of my 7 required reads for the month for all of my book clubs in so far. And I'm like,
I haven't done any of my required for book clubs.
I also feel that. My core.
I tried. I really tried, and my Patreon did not want me to read Wretched this time. So,
in my defense, I turned some back in before we got out books, but I have 56 books out from my library currently.
That's overwhelming.
Whoa.
It's a lot.
Did you say 50? 5, 6?
5, 6.
5, 6.
5, 6.
These were gotten in a couple of trips because I just put a whole bunch on hold, and of course they all came in at the same time.
Of course, as one does.
And I didn't really think about the fact that I had books out. The math caught up to me.
Oh no. I'm at 10 books for the month so far. 2 have been over 600 pages. Fantastic. Maybe, possibly. Nobody knows. I've read 9 books and bigger ones. I'm happy with my progress. Fantastic. I think only 2 of mine have been like over 450 pages.
I've had a few longer ones.
Yes. Everyone can start a series called Readathon Remnants.
What if we did a readathon called Readathon Remnants? It's just about reading all the books you're going to read for the readathon.
Yeah, like finish all the books you put down.
Or a challenge. We could just do a year-long challenge.
Yeah. Stop making more projects. I read things I wouldn't have normally picked up, but I've been wanting to. At least we're helping somehow.
Same.
Yeah, there's been books that I've picked up that like were not anywhere on my immediate TBR. But it's like, but it's a green book and I'm reading for green, so this is what we're reading today.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's a question. Do people have something that like was one of those books that wasn't on your immediate TBR but was a hit, or like you liked it more than you thought you were going to?
Oh.
Little Thieves.
Good.
As soon as I read that it was a retelling of the Goose Girl, I was like, this is not gonna be great. And then
it's so good.
It was.
Have I redeemed myself for Percy Jackson being a terrible experience for you?
I'm not talking about that ever again. I'm out here like, did I read the same series as everybody else?
I only gave Percy Jackson 3 stars too, and
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was like,
as an
I
adult.
might have given it a 4.
Like if I would have read it as a kid, I probably would have liked it, but I read it as a 32-year-old.
Yeah.
I don't like his writing style. That was it. Like I've read other middle grade books that immediate 5 stars would read again every year, but Percy Jackson just was not it for me.
No, I'm the same. Well, also, I feel like there's a few things in there that don't hold up great.
There are a couple of things that do not hold up great.
Yeah.
So.
Draco, what the hell are you doing now?
That's fair. 31 books checked out from the library. Nice. I love that we are utilizing our libraries. Just started Little Thieves today, and I'm loving it. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, the Black Prism. Had never heard of it. Loved it. Downloaded the next 3.
Nice.
Yes. I have been trying to turn people to that series and Soulless by Gail Carriger.
Oh, I love that series. Soulless is so good. That series is so good.
So good. Gail Carriger, so underrated. The Black Prism by Brent Weeks, one of the best fantasy series I've read in a very long time. 5 books long, and by the end of it, you're just like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Present.
I need you to know, Zoe, that last month I started writing a werewolf romance story.
Yes.
So, like, having read that this month, I was like, where has this been my whole life? I feel cheated. I feel lied to. I thought this was like a young YA book. I never read it.
Really?
It was like, ew.
It's so good.
You have to finish the series. It's so good.
The series is
I
so
will be.
good.
No
All
There's a
three of
macro plot arc that's a mystery. It's so good.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Oh my god. It's so
And
good.
there's like queer characters. Oh, it's great. It's great. She was doing like queer norm stuff before anybody else was really like doing it in major publishing.
It's awesome.
The whole
Well, before a lot of people were anyway.
The entire world, like all 3 series, like the full arc, so good. It goes from young adult to like I'd call it new adult. The 3rd series,
Yeah.
so good. All of them.
I kind of like fizzled out on the 3rd series a little bit. I think I read
By
like,
the end it wasn't
books, but
it wasn't
That's
as good, but still like held up with the rest of them.
The Goldie Vance series was a surprise. Nice. Elsewhere by Alexis Shetkin. Never heard of it. Also has the most beautiful cover. Nice.
I'm curious.
And 21 books. Wow. To Matthew's question, A Planet for Rent by Yoss. It's been rotting at the bottom of my Audible library for like 5 years. I read it because it's yellow and I loved it.
Nice.
A Dream of Fire, free Kindle Fantasy, Magic School Teachers, Dragons, first of a trilogy. What is this?
I was just about
That
to say
sounds
the same
great.
thing. I was like, excuse me as I go put something on my Kindle.
Right.
Which age group is this?
Yeah, is this adult or is
Yellow. Oh.
I'm looking it up now. I'll let you know in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I need to eat in the next sprint. Speaking of Solace, I haven't read that book in a long while. Rereading, I want to read the whole series again. Nice.
So good.
Finally got
Do it.
to Blood Dragon. Nice. Blasting through my ABC's author first name challenge, and I'm dying to continue the series.
Nice. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
You're making me want to reread all of Carragher's books. I don't have time for this right now. Listen, you'll get a lot of cash for it because you'll,
Yeah.
you know.
Yes. Do it.
I can't
Drop
get through
everything
the
now.
audiobook.
This is adult fantasy, everyone.
Yeah, it is. It looks good.
Nice. Read an arc of Thorn Hedge by Teen Kingfisher and
Yes.
really enjoyed that.
That's good. Yeah. I would say mine has been sitting on my TBR as Six Crimson Cranes. And I picked it up because it's a retelling and it's so good. It's really good for YA fantasy. I loved it.
Nice.
I don't have an answer for that one.
I don't really either because the only 5-star read was a reread. But
Same.
I read Fake Dates and Mooncakes, which was like it was only like a 3.5 or 4-star read, but it was just so cute and it was fluffy and it was happy. So like I liked it. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did.
Yeah, I have yet to have to deviate from my Timmy's TBR pile yet. But now, the game was mean and gave me lots of options, which has worked so far. So
That's so funny.
as we go through, I'm assuming that's gonna change.
Yeah.
Oh, I also liked Small Game by Blair Braverman, which was a completely random pick that I got for New York. And it was like what I really wanted Hyde by Kirsten White to be.
Oh.
Because that book wasn't good.
That was disappointing. That was
Really but this is like essentially like a survivor game where they all get thrown out in the woods. It's not horror, it's thriller for sure. But you also get like the psychological aspect of like being in the woods and also on TV.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was fun.
The one that really surprised me was Hummingbird by Natasha Lloyd, which was or Natalie Lloyd.
That was your first one, wasn't it?
It was the first book I read this month. And it is a mid-grade about a girl who has basically brittle bone syndrome. So she spends most of her life in a wheelchair so she doesn't have to worry about falling. And she lives in a town where there's this town legend that every so many years there's a hummingbird that you can find in a specific area and you can ask it for a wish. And she's like going to school for the first time because her parents are finally letting her go to school. And she's like meeting new friends and they go on this journey together to find the hummingbird together. And I sobbed so much of the crying.
Oh.
If I read a mid-grade and it doesn't make me cry, it wasn't good.
That's fair.
Unless it's like a horror mid-grade, in which case you're not supposed to cry. But mid-grade in general, if I don't cry, it's not good.
That's fair.
We know you still do.
I cry at everything.
Same. That's such a mood.
All right. Well, somehow we've made it to the end of the comments. So shall we do another sprint?
Do it.
We have a new timer.
Your own thing.
That one. This one doesn't really have any like a ticker. Or like
It doesn't have a ticker on it.
It
No.
does not have a ticker at the bottom, so you're not missing anything. But this is a Faceoff exclusive timer. Thank you, Margaret, for getting this done.
You're welcome.
Her timers are all amazing, and you should go check her out. All right, I will see you guys in 45 minutes. Hello, welcome back.
Hey.
Hey.
I don't know how much I got into my book, but I have 30 minutes left. But Audible doesn't do percentages.
Thanks, Audible.
Rude.
Neva appreciates that timer. I actually didn't even hear it because my audiobook has sound effects, and I really just thought it was in the background.
Well, for a second, I was like, how did I miss that it was a train going off in the first one? And then I remembered we weren't using
This is the first one, yeah.
Emma was pretty confused sitting beside me when train noises started.
You're like, I thought we left the train.
I was just about to say, didn't you just move from a train area?
We did.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah.
I couldn't find a good like ding that I liked that fit the theme, but train noises did.
Yeah, it worked.
Anybody who wants to go back and watch that and look at my face that's just clearly saying, "Really, Margaret? A train? Really?"
What you get for the next 48 hours?
We'll be hearing
I
trains
work-
in our sleep by the end of this.
I work next to a train, like literally, like our building sits next to railroad tracks, and they are constantly used because we're in the industrial part of town. So probably 30 trains a day, and they will hold the horn the entire time they go across the road. So
Our old house had train tracks like 20 feet away from the side of our house.
no,
That was like my old house too. It was so
Yeah.
loud.
no.
And
That
it
train showed up in
A
all
gold
of my
train.
old videos. I named her Tallulah because that bitch was always coming by. If you go back to my old videos, like every single one, there's trains.
That's
Oh
so
man.
So loud.
A GO train came by at like 11 at night every night, and I was like, I wish I was dead actually.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, we had Via Rail right next to us, and I'm like, okay, thanks.
Excellent. We love Canadian trains.
Yeah, because like it was right before it got to Windsor, so
Oh right.
like it's the last stop, and then they go back the other way right after, and I'm like,
Yes.
I did find one that was like you could hear the train first and then you got the thing, but I was like, it's too quiet at the beginning, so I just messed around with the. I was like, if I do it this way, it's gonna be no noise for people and then real loud,
so you decided to go with just real loud.
just real loud from the
Real loud.
beginning. Ease them into it.
Al, how did you do?
I finished that stupid book.
Yay!
It's done. I
I'm
gave
sorry
it
that you
3
didn't like
stars. I spun the friggin' wheel, and I'm friggin' going to France, which is a country I feel ambivalent about at best. And we're reading Captain Marvel for that experience. So
Nice.
yeah.
Jess, how did you do?
I finished this book. Also, if you go back and watch it, there's a point where you can see me telling these girls, "Don't go in the house, you fucking stupid kids. What's wrong with you?" I've never yelled at a kid's book before, but
Sometimes you
Yeah.
got
Oh, I do it all the time.
logged that. I didn't spin the wheel. I already spun the wheel. I knew I was staying in Germany and having to go there again. And so I picked up Witch Volume 14. And I'm like 20 pages into that. I also had some cereal at 10 p.m. You're welcome.
Nice.
I made barbecue chicken wraps for dinner.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It was delicious.
Nice.
I finished The Prince and the Troll.
nice.
And if you want a book that is mostly about Starbucks, this is what you're looking for. It's 50%
You.
at least. You know about every Starbucks
Love it.
drink that has ever been made
That's so funny.
by the end of that book. And then I spun again and got Finland. So I'm gonna do Heartstopper Volume 2.
Yay!
Nice.
Look at Brittany just like.
I mean, at this point, I've done a book a sprint. If I can keep that up for the
Right?
48 hours, I'll be doing great.
Nice. I got to page 95 on this baby.
Nice.
So
I read 4 more Junie B. Jones books.
I love that.
Wow.
Wow.
Purple team showing up.
Purple team is doing the most.
No, Zoe is doing the
Zoe.
most.
Zoe is doing the
Zoe, yeah.
I'd like to thank not only God, but also Jesus, but also Junie B. Jones. And Barbara Ball.
This evening, I would like to thank Junie B. Jones. Should we see how many have been submitted? Holy moly.
Yeah.
148.
Whoa.
Damn.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
So we went from like 40 to 148.
Yeah.
Nice.
They really did the work in that second spread.
No kidding.
They were busy.
Well, I know we had a bunch of people join,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's fine.
I finished LaGuardia, and I am now going to Hungary and reading Hen Fever by Olivia Waite, which is a sapphic Victorian romance.
Love that.
Okay.
If you give it to me.
Good boy. Neva took a nap so I can make it through the night with the friends. You're welcome to join. We have room for you.
And I am probably gonna hop off soon because it's late.
It is late for those of you on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Especially ones that had children wake up early in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not what I expected. Nice. Been coming home from work, then making and eating dinner. Now home and ready to eat. Read lots of pages. Nice.
Eat lots of pages, yeah.
Eat lots of pages.
Yes, 55%. Finished Saga Volume 5. Submitted, spun again, and I'm apparently staying in Bulgaria. All right,
There
well,
you go.
yeah.
Cool.
Spinner wheels hate me.
So you have some time to actually do some sightseeing on purpose.
There you go. Read the Book of Gems for Bulgaria that round. Now onto Emergent Properties for Finland. I really just want to get Sweden so I can read Finna. That's like the one that I want. Because I've had that on my scribd library for 3 months now. Read 4 books so far. 3 of them have been for Finland. Apparently I left something there the first time and wanted to go back. No. Got 100 pages into Heartstopper Volume 3. Nice. 90 pages. Be done the next sprint with this one. I will be done too because I've got 30 minutes left. Go to page 68. 30 minutes left. Nice. Read Primer and Basil and Oregano. I just started This Is How I Disappear. Everybody's reading so much this weekend. I love this.
Yeah.
You did this.
I was going to say, you told us to read all the books.
Yeah.
You're reading all the books. We had 2 more submissions.
We're following instructions.
Wait, you guys
For
can
once.
it's still cool.
Kiss
to
of
watch.
Deception. That's a great book. Oh my god.
It was I need to finish that series. Kiss of Deception was one of those that you don't realize how good it is until you get to the end and all of the pieces go together and you're like, oh, that's what I just read.
Exactly. I have to go back and finish that. I have to find the rest of the books.
Interesting. Use train sounds to fall asleep. I would not be able to do that.
I can see that.
You get so used to them so quickly.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm so glad that you guys love the timer. Margaret worked so hard on them.
Now I want grilled cheese.
I know.
And
Me
cereal.
too.
I
The
can
cereal
see
was
myself-
fantastic, though.
Cereal sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Not to dox myself, but I have a few blocks from a Via and Go hub and a hospital. So, yeah. So the Starbucks that I used to work at when I was in college was right across the street from the hospital, and so it was so annoying because it was a drive-through, and the ambulance would drive right past the speaker, and so they would try to start ordering it. I'm like, hold on, just gotta wait for the ambulance to go past.
why would you try
I want to hear you.
That's
I've done that. I've done that before too at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Hold on. Give it a second.
Yep.
Okay, I can hear you now.
I do that with the train at work. When you're on the phone and you're like, "Can you give me 1 second? Because there's a train going by," and all I hear is blaring in my ear.
At least you can talk on the phone in your own office, because despite my building being all like tech people, like all of the offices there are tech companies. That is like the most dead zone in Utah. You cannot, I don't understand.
Corded
you
landline
walk
phone.
outside and you're like full service. So it really sucks in the winter and the summer because you have to like walk outside to take a phone call.
In the snow in Utah.
It is corded. It is a landline. It's attached to the wall. I can only go about this far away from the wall to talk
But
on
you
the
can hear
phone. But I can hear him unless there's a train going by.
We have Wi-Fi phones, so they're mostly good, except when they're not.
Hmm. As such is all technology.
Right? Once Ari goes to bed, I'm stealing all of her chapter books.
Do it.
It's the way to go.
No, don't do it. You're undelicate.
Finish Faceoff first.
I can recommend Princess in Black is pretty entertaining.
Oh.
If you haven't read those.
Nice.
They're fun. They're funny.
What book were you reading, Brittany?
Oh, it was The Prince and the Troll. It's an Audible original, and it's on KU. So there you go. Every day he brings her a different type of Starbucks for the entire book.
I love that.
Cute. Crystal finished a book. Nice. Shay's off to Ireland.
Yay.
54% of through my London book. Nice. Patrick Star Voice of Finland.
Draco.
Surprised people are following instructions. I am.
Shocking, isn't it?
It is actually.
It really is. Back to my London book. Only 75 pages left. I believe in you.
Nice.
Those dogs are adorable.
Thank you. I convinced my girlfriend to get him all by myself.
That was a really hard sell.
Yeah, get this adorable puppy.
Used to live right next to an airport. I live just south of an Air Force base. And so there'll be times in the afternoon when I'm trying to film and you'll hear the fighter jets come over when they're doing drills. And I'll just be like, I have to sit there for a second while it's just recording blank space because wait for the planes to go over.
What the hell is happening, Draco? The whole with his little pom-pom tail.
Did you shave him?
Yeah. He got the lion cut, so he's got a little pom-pom tail and
Gonna read I'm a Wolf, but My Boss is a Sheep, Volume 3 for Ireland.
Well,
Nice.
that sounds good.
Read country at a time.
these titles are amazing.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I live right between an airport and train tracks. So you've got it rough.
Best of both worlds.
Or worst of those worlds? I don't know. Welcome. Just got Bulgaria for my first spin, so starting it soon. Nice. Cal and the Big Puppy. Yes.
He is still technically a puppy, okay? He's only a year and 8 months.
A year old.
Yeah.
He's a baby. He's so little.
And I love that he's just like, I want to shove the ball in your face, but I'm not going to let you get it and throw it for me.
That's
That
poor.
sounds all right.
They must be
Manga
okay.
titles really do thrive. Yes,
They're the best, honestly. They're like Fall Out Boy titles.
right.
Do it. Get all of them.
Yes.
All of the Judy B. Jones.
Yes, all of a sudden there's a run on Judy B. Jones, and everyone's like, why? What has happened?
Why is everyone randomly checking out this old chapter book series?
Yeah, from like all through the 90s, and there's going to be a new print run because of this readathon.
So popular.
Check on Google Trends, and there's going to be a spike.
Funny. But I mean, listen, if you can read 4 of them in 45 minutes.
Seriously?
Yeah, while being harassed by my cat, like.
Right. Used to live 10 minutes from LAX. Surprisingly, wasn't loud at all. Yeah.
I feel like
Barnes and Noble still carries them.
Oh yeah, they're still like my kids read them sometimes if
That's
they have
so
them at
much
school.
fun.
I'm pretty sure Indigo still
By
has
the
them.
way.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone start reading Junie to keep up with her.
I also read really, really fast. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah. I definitely split up the host of like the teams that read like a lot. Like there's one person on each team that like reads a lot.
Is it me on the yellow team?
It is.
I'm so surprised.
Hi, I'm the problem.
My drama.
It's you, it's Zoe, it's Michelle.
Unfortunately, I'm a crapshoot because some months I read 30 and some months I read 3. So the world never knows.
Honestly,
Right.
same.
Yes. Although it's been more like 3 lately.
That's fair. Listen, summer is a weird time for people. Like either they read a ton of books or they read no books.
Oh, Brianna, it's been a 3 or 4 year summer at this point. Then
No. You've had some
we
good
live in Florida.
ones. Do you live in Florida? Jamie Jones is my
We
jam.
only have summer.
Fun fact, grew up in New York, so I like the sound of the train. So when I moved to a new state, I was happy to go across the street from the train station. My sister lives in New York City, and like when we like she came out here for the wedding, and she like has like traffic noise, just like ambient sound.
You know what? I've actually used that to get my kids to sleep when we've been out in the country on vacation, like on YouTube.
Yeah, because like you're so
we live in New York City too. Like you're used to like there being more noise.
It's too quiet sometimes. Like
Yeah.
we can't sleep without any sort of white noise at all anymore.
Mhm.
Like once you get used to it, it's very, very hard to go back.
Listen, the Sleep With Me podcast is the best thing to put you to sleep.
I kind of feel like I agree, but I need like country white noise. Like I love falling asleep to like frogs cricketing and stuff like that. Like city noises are like dissonant and uncomfortable, but like frogs in the field chirping, I'm like, that's so nice. Okay.
There's a YouTube video that I've constantly saved. It's like 8 hours of a car driving in the rain.
Oh.
Immediately go to sleep.
Yep.
Such a good noise.
It's are you like that's like red, you're falling asleep red version. I'm falling asleep folklore version. The City, you're falling asleep 1989 version. It's just like, what album are you falling asleep to? You know?
It's true.
Well, I don't like traffic
like,
noise. I can't do traffic noise, but the thing is I really like sleeping in cars when I'm on on a road trip. I will fall asleep so fast.
Yeah.
And so that just immediately just reminds me of that, I guess.
You know, it's funny the country noises. I think they're calming when I'm awake, but if I'm trying to sleep, I find them creepy.
Really?
I feel that. Yeah. It's like this is a horror movie.
Yes. Exactly.
So you're not really a fan of the spooky ASMR rooms?
Unfortunately, in this group right now, I would be the first one to go for obvious reasons. Yeah, we found these white noise machines. They've got 30 sounds. So it goes through like all of the color noises. And then there's like classical music. And then like there's like 4 different water sounds. There's crickets. There's frogs. There's like waves crashing. There's a fan sound. Oh, nice. And we figured out the hard way that my oldest son, if he pulls out one drawer, he can stand up on top of his dresser and grab it. And we started hearing him cycling through the sounds. And I'm like, what's going on outside? And 5 minutes later, we realized that it was him.
Oh, no.
Screwing with this thing. And I'm like, I hear waves. What's happening?
We don't live near any body of water.
Near a beach.
I'm like, the Detroit River does not sound like this at all.
Is there a flood happening?
Oh, that's funny. I've read all the.
I'm over here having to sleep with silence. Oh God.
I can sleep with silence, but usually I like at least like some sort of like ambient noise in the back.
I would never be able to fall asleep in a silent room. my brain would take that as an invitation.
There's a demon coming up attack you if it's quiet.
Yeah,
Well,
clearly.
Derek likes to sleep with the TV on, and when we first got together, he didn't realize that the TV had a timer on it, and so he would just leave it on all night.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And so then, like, I looked at the remote and I was like, this timer button here, push it. It'll go off in 30 minutes because you will fall asleep so fast.
Modern technology.
Lou, why are you barking? You don't ever bark.
Tonight I say yes.
I say yes. A whole playlist of YouTube videos that are ambience to put me asleep. Yeah. I live right next to the tracks as a toddler. Now I can sleep through anything. That's great. Fell asleep to a campaign of Critical Role.
Their voices are really soothing as long as they're not in the middle of a battle. They're not. It's not wrong to do that.
There was one YouTuber that I like kind of accidentally fell asleep to a couple times. Like I was watching their video and I just fell asleep. And then my brain decided like, oh, you now fall asleep to this.
Yep.
So that I was watching another one of their things and I was like getting really tired and it was the middle of the day and I had no idea why.
Oh no.
Creepy crickets and frogs out in the country. Yes. Lo-fi streams to sleep. That's really calming. Cannot be silent or I have thoughts. We don't want the thoughts.
Literally my life.
That's a mood.
And then there's Neva listening to murder podcasts to fall asleep.
Oh my god.
You're talking to me. I cannot sleep. I had a friend one time that was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to talk you to sleep." I'm like, "Holly, I will talk until you stop talking because it's rude not to respond."
Yeah.
So either you stop talking and I sleep, or I'm up all night.
There's the Sleep With Me podcast I do like, and it's talking, but it's completely nonsensical, and so your brain can't follow the train of thought, and so it just goes to sleep. You just go to sleep.
So whoever's doing that podcast has ADHD.
100%.
I usually like read something until I'm really tired and then go to sleep, which is a problem. This is why I don't read a lot of thrillers because I'll just stay up all night reading them.
I need to touch on this.
Your star rating is based on how quickly you fell asleep. 5 minutes, 1 star.
I mean, some cozy books can put you in that mood where you're just like super cozy, getting the vibes of the book, and you nod off.
Yeah.
People who sleep with TVs make you want to commit murder.
I have to sleep with the TV on, or I have like the weirdest nightmares that I cannot wake up from. So if I have like if I have a movie or something on, whatever's happening in the movie will kind of like steer my dream.
Oh, how interesting.
Whereas if my brain is allowed to think up whatever it wants, we're in trouble.
So the funny thing is, Shay, this is like the compromise that we had is that we literally will just cycle through the Star Trek. So like we'll do Enterprise and then Next Generation and then Voyager and then we just kind of go back around to all of them.
That's so
that works.
Because really, you only get through like an episode before the timer goes off. People who sleep with TVs on me. Oh, I already read that one. Be like, Dayline has a new podcast episode. Perfect.
All right.
Neva, this honestly explains so much about you.
Really does.
So chaotic.
I can't sleep with TV on. The lights keep me up, and it's just weird. I wish that TVs had a dimmer because it is too bright. That's the only thing. I put an episode of Friends every night just to listen to. Yeah, that's the other thing is like, especially like if it's an old show that you've already watched, then your brain can kind of like. There's streams of Starship and ambiance noise from Star Trek, which is actually really relaxing. Oh, that's cool. All right, let me reset the timer. It's 9 o'clock. We're gonna do one more sprint on my channel, and then we will move over to Neva's. If any of y'all have to hop off, go for it.
Night.
Good night. I was like, you could go to bed.
I think it's bedtime for me too.
Fair enough. All right. Well, good night.
Good night. And then there were 5.
Huh?
I said, and then there were 5.
We actually can do this now.
Yeah.
Yes, we can. Okay. All right. Well, then we will see you in 45 minutes.
Beautiful.
Hello, welcome back. We gained a Neva.
Hello.
Hey.
How did that sprint go? I finished my book. I gave it 3 stars. And now I'm going to be going to Sweden with the blue team.
Nice. I finished Captain Marvel, and now I can't think because I'm so tired.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I venture to say that we won't see you on the next sprint.
I may be asleep. Yeah, I'm not a 48-hour straight kind of gal.
That's okay. Someone's got to be with Margaret at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I can do that.
I'm like 6 o'clock. I might miss that one.
Max, just give me a call if I'm not awake.
I read like 130-ish pages of this. I don't know, something like that. And I too am of the tired.
Mm-hmm.
There.
I finished Hot Starbo Volume 2. And I spun again for Germany, but I have not figured out what the heck I'm going to read for that because I will be going to bed and doing that in the morning.
That is fair.
Reasonable.
So
That is fair.
that will be decided later, future me.
Although probably as soon as you fall, like as soon as you hit the pillow, you'll be like, I could read this, and then you won't be able to sleep.
Honestly, the black, red, yellow, I had it like 5 minutes of looking around. And I was like, this is a hard combination.
Really interesting.
I've had it 2 in a row.
I have, I think,
I
one.
thought.
I definitely have one I can do.
I have 30 minutes left of this. I'm at page 149.
Nice. Are you liking it?
It's interesting. I think it's going to be another 3-star.
Have you had a 5-star yet, other than Little Thieves?
I have some reading plans that might change that, but I had a 4-star with Once Upon a Burning Throne, but it was like not an enthusiastic 4-star. Because like I don't know that I'm even going to finish the series because I just don't.
You're just like objectively, this is a good book, but it's not really a Neva.
Objectively, it's a really good book, but the further I get away from it, the more I'm like, I don't need to finish this series. Like I'll read it, but yeah, my reading month hasn't been great.
Mine hasn't either. My only 5-star was a reread.
Yeah, I mean, I did get to read Little Thieves again, so that is a pretty good reading month there.
Right. Neva, what are you reading? Where are you going?
Oh, I'm going to Romania.
Did you get to London?
No,
No, okay.
we're stalled in the
You
middle
detoured.
of
You
stalled.
detoured to Romania.
I was like, you know what? Yeah,
We'll
get to London.
sightseeing.
We'll get to London eventually, but London's not in the cards right now. So I'm reading the first Babysitters Club book. I have 30 minutes left.
Nice.
It's nostalgic. So
Right?
I don't know how I'm gonna rate this book, to be honest, because I feel kind of bad rating it because the writing is not great.
Yeah.
Mm.
You
But,
can
like-
just put on Storygraph that you finished it.
Yeah, but
That
like
way it still counts for your your reading.
my rating, yeah, because the experience of reading it is very nostalgic, and like it brings me back to being 10 years old. So it's like a good time. I just if it would be like if I read Ramona Quimby, which I am going to read that, and then Ari has that book, and then was like gave it a star rating. Like I'm not going to do that. So, but it's good. Like it's a fun time.
Yeah.
You know?
There we go.
Hello. Reading You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight, and they just mentioned landlines, and the MC says it looks like something out of a bad 90s movie, and her friends don't know what a dial tone before a call is.
Oh, Lord.
I had to explain to a teenager why we say you have to roll up your window.
Oh God.
Wow.
And then I wanted to pass away.
I think my arthritis just kicked it into my other knee.
I can't tell if I know these things because I experienced
Oh.
it because I'm a historian.
Oh, we're talking about the fact that we used to have to I thought that was a euphemism. Okay.
Margaret, did you not know that that's why we called it that?
No, I do. I was just like, was she listening to a really spicy audiobook? Like, why would we need to explain to a teenager that we should roll up the window? And then I was like, oh,
because they just have to push a button.
Whoa, up the window.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd rather that some days than like the electronic shit that we have because the rolling part never goes bad just about.
Right? But I was just like, cool, I am a dinosaur.
Yep.
There was
I would just like everyone to know that when you have a 6-year-old who doesn't know the difference in ages, sometimes she looks at you and she says, "Mom, how old are you?" And then I tell her, "I'm 31." And she said, "Oh, I thought that you and my dad were 60.
You're like, cool.
Ari with the shade.
What?
cloudy.
It was
Listen,
great.
Time is a very confusing
Still your
concept for
child?
adults. Imagine how confusing it is when you're 6.
Right.
My
Well, I
mother
mean, I
would
do,
kick you out of the house.
I do remember the 31 being quite old when I was like 12, even.
Right.
So, like, you know, like, wow, that's ancient. Now I'm 31 and I'm like, thanks. So,
Now you're like, oh, I am the adult now. Can I have a more adultier adult?
I'm the one with the cookie knees. This is not right.
I think however old your parents are, you think they're old. And then because as you get older, they get older and they're still old.
Honestly, my parents have gotten less old in my head than and I think part of it is because my parents are probably 10 years older than most of my friends' parents.
Right.
But like, what I think is old gets older, the older you get. And like, my parents are 70, but they don't act like it. Don't tell my mother I told you that.
My parents are a good 10 years younger than all of my friends' parents.
Yeah.
Because my parents had me when I was a teenager, when they were teenagers. So, like, my mom was only 16 years older than me. So, like, when she passed away, she was not even 45 yet.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
Age is weird.
Yeah.
Right? Good. I'm yawning. I am going to be on Neva Sprints, but I'm yawning.
I have to work tomorrow, unfortunately.
Oh,
so
no.
I don't have to be there until noon, though. I don't know how long I'm going to be there.
Tomorrow?
No, I'm Sunday.
That's right. JK.
Yeah, she's
I
me
normally
on
am Saturday, but I'm Sunday.
JK. I don't know what days. I don't know what things are. I had to literally just like when I was making the playlist, I had to like keep going back to the schedule.
I literally put them
next. I don't know.
I literally put everyone's sprints in my planner, and I had to use. I don't usually use all 3 of my calendars, and I had to use all 3 of my calendars this month because this is what the sprint schedule looks like.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
That's only sprints, and then I had to use different boxes for this weekend because I had to get 6 people on each box or on each thing. And I was
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Finished 13s by Kate Alice Marshall. Next spin is Finland. So reading Scare Me by K.R. Alexander. On your 4th book. That's fantastic. Read 82 pages of Heartstopper. Oh, I should let you know that the purple team has a target.
Oh no!
Well, not being sabotaged, but other teams are talking about how Zoe can read 4 books in 10 minutes.
No, she can read a book in 10 minutes.
A book in 10 minutes.
Yeah, she can read 4 books in 45
4 books in 45 minutes, yeah.
If it's
manga makes Germany easy, just saying.
I do have manga that works. I was just kind of hoping for an audiobook, so it'll be like first thing in the morning, and I will have stuff to do.
That's fair.
That's why I was not picking
That's fair. Reading in the Lives of Puppets for Portugal. That one is a very colorful one. We'll be finishing it tonight. Nice. 80% through my London. Almost done. Awesome. 57% of the way through my Bulgaria read. It's funny because I made the Faceoff challenge so long ago that I honestly don't remember what countries there are. And so then I'm like, oh, cool, Bulgaria.
Like, oh, yeah, cool. We should put Brussels on there. 30 minutes trying to find a good picture for Brussels. Belgium's not on the stupid Face-Off, guys.
Well, I know. The reason why I said that was because Brussels is where the EU building is.
EU is, yeah. I did get that on the thumbnail though.
Yeah. Reading the Babysitter Club book, so picked up those for Face-Off weekend. Nice. Until the window falls off the tracks, you have to tear the door apart to fix it.
We've had that happen with one car. My dad luckily is really handy, especially with older cars. So we fix so much stuff ourselves.
Yeah.
Especially with like the older cars.
Yeah, Neva, you're looking really good for 60.
Thanks. What's your skincare routine?
Yeah, what's your skincare routine?
Nice water and they were like the guys at my job, they're all young. Okay, they're like 20 years old. They were like, "Can we see pictures of you from when you were young?" Like I look like Benjamin Button, bro. Like my face doesn't look any different than it did 10 years ago. Which like is fine. It's just creepy because I don't look at old pictures of myself.
I don't like looking at old pictures of myself. I'm like, oh,
why do I not look any different? Unless you look at pictures of me when I was like 5.
I'm the adult. If I'm the old adult, you're adult. We are in trouble. A mood. Went to Portugal, Sweden, and I had forgotten how cute and funny these are. Nice. Genuinely called a 50-year-old by a 5th grader. I jokingly said I was going to write her up for being mean. My kid once said if I did my homework with those cool feather pens, I was confused. She said, like, they signed the Declaration of Independence.
My brother is only 10 years younger than me, and he asked me one day when he was like 5 years old if we had VHS tapes when I was a kid, or if our TVs were still in black and white.
Oh no!
I literally looked at my mom and I was like, "You need to get him away from me."
Also, like that was like clumped together as the same time, which is not.
Like, did you have video cassettes or did you have a black and white TV?
He was like, "Missy, you know how we have DVDs now?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Did you have VHS and colored TV, or was everything black and white?" And I was like, "I swear to God, I'm gonna square up." And I was like 15. I was like, "I'm about to beat you up, bro."
That's so funny.
So funny.
I can tell you exactly the last thing we bought on VHS because it's the reason we got our DVD player, and that was the Fellowship of the Ring.
Nice.
And then they announced the extended edition, and me, like a little nerd, was like, "Hey, if we go 4 ways on a DVD player, can we get one?"
That was like back when they were stupid expensive too.
Stupid expensive.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we spent more than $100 on our DVD player, but like I talked my parents into that, and they went okay. And then I went and spent like $25 on a 6 cassette DVD.
Nice. Sorry. Finishing Heartstopper 2 and then going to bed. Good night. Work nights, including tomorrow night, so I can stay up all night, no problem. Nice.
I'm so glad
made it to the British Museum. Nice. On your 5th book, fantastic.
Wonderful.
Stealing my headphones back from my daughter in the morning. I can't use the AirPod things because they literally fell out of my ears. I was terrified. I was dumb, and during the day had my AirPods connect to my computer, and then I was like, great, I'll listen to my audiobook on my phone. And I was like, if I turn these on, it's gonna screw up my mic. So I'm like, dang it, I have to wear the wired ones. So before I jump on my sprints, I'm gonna switch it over.
What you can do also, this is what I did last week when it like decided to switch over for no good reason at all, is if you just turn off the Bluetooth on your computer until you get it connected to your phone, and then go into your phone, into your settings, and there's a thing where you can toggle it so that it will only connect to the last device you had it connected to, like when you open it again.
Right. Well, these aren't like actual AirPods. These are Amazon because
I got you.
I have ADHD and I'll lose something, or my dog will eat them like he did these.
He wouldn't do that.
The poodle did.
I know.
I was there for that.
You're like, it has happened.
It did happen. All right, let me get the link to Neva so we can hop over there in about 4 minutes. All right. Cal's out. Yep, Cal is asleep. All right. So that's the link to Neva Sprints. We're going to hop over there. And we will see you all over there in a little bit. We're going to end this.
Go green.
Good night, everybody. If you're not jumping